Don't want to sit still. I like your thinking. Mm. Playing tricks on you. I'm trying to work this out. It could be a back three for Hurstville. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on. Yeah, nice. So it sounds very collective. See, Eric and I could possibly mistake it for Pico. We remember those days. I went through with my mum to Earl Grounds George City used to play at tour earlier today. You can. I'm not sure. Yeah. Just keep one ear cup off here. To be to be to be fair, they kind of have been overplaying music in the past, so it's kind of a nice change.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Football New South Wales League 1 Men's Match of the Round for Round 14 as Hurstville Zagreb, newly promoted to the division, welcome league leaders, Blacktown Spartans. Cody Ojeda here on the call tonight, alongside veteran of this league, Justin Smith. Justin, how are you tonight, my friend?
I'm pretty good. I've got a good feeling about this one. Excited for it to begin.
I'm excited for it to begin as well. Blacktown Spartans in amazing form this season. A rough outing last time out though, a 1-0 loss to MacArthur Rams. They'll be wanting to bounce back almost immediately. Well, actually immediately, I should say. Meanwhile, Hurstville Zagreb, they've been quite the side this season for a newly promoted team. There hasn't been any heavy losses, only one game this season where they've lost by more than one goal. Probably need a couple more wins on the board, but I'll throw that to you, Justin. What do you want to see from this Hurstville side to really not just be able to compete at this level, but be able to pick up points as well that they definitely will start to need to pick up?
My answer would be more of the same. They've stayed competitive, they've created chances in all their recent fixtures, despite a really tough draw when you look back at the last month.
Yeah, of course, facing Central Coast Mariners, Bankstown City Lions, Northern Tigers, all in recent weeks. 3 losses in those games. Their last win coming at this venue, actually, against MacArthur Rams, Jonathan Marish and Alessandro Lacalandra getting on the score sheet in that one. And as the captains come in for the coin toss before we get started today, quick look at the lineups for both of these sides. Starting with the hosts, and we're expecting a 4-3-3. Jacob Botic takes his place in goals for his first appearance of the season. Centre-back partnership of Michael Neal and Luke Vlastelitsa. Dean Eustathiou and James Sokos on either fullback flank. Midfield 3 of Jonathan Marish, Mohamed Ahmed, who in our last match of the round scored an absolute belter of a strike that went quite viral over social media too. Those two will be joined by George Antonis, and a front 3 of Michael Vacas, Alessandro Lacalandra, and captain and club stalwart Paul Gagro. Meanwhile, for Blacktown Spartans, we're expecting a 4-2-3-1. Anthony Pizanis keeps his place in goals. A backline of Alex Casella, Austin Booth, Blake Illich, and Angus Chance. Maxim Kasalovic, Christian Niskimbin in the DM positions. Attacking midfield 3, I guess you could say, of Saliman Bangura, Dion Carl, and Josh Bartolotto. And up top, Darcy LM to cover the vacancy and big shoes to fill of Aidon Kyra, who misses because of his honeymoon. So a big congratulations to Aidon and his new wife. On the bench for both these sides today, we have Matthew Nikolovsky on as the goalkeeper sub for Hurstville today. Joining him on the bench, Jesse Gagro, Nagib Kassir, Andre Guzman, Nikola Todorowski, Declan Sheldon, who will be on the bench for the first time this season, and Matthew Morich. Meanwhile, for Blacktown Spartans, Gene Marantos, Paul Aralio, Yusuf Aydin, Peter Pelikanos, Christian Gonzalez, Abbas Reda, and Milos Jankovic. We are underway here at Penshurst Park for our League 1 Men's Match of the Round between Hurstville Zagreb and Blacktown Spartans. Hurstville will be the first to try and settle on the ball. They're unable to do so. Blacktown Spartans will be able to pick it up. Long ball for the Spartans now in search of Bangura. And looks like Bangura will be the one to fill the striker's role today. Long ball returned from Hurstville. That'll be almost straight into the hands of Bazanis. A bit of an awkward one for the Spartans backline to deal with. Danger's not cleared. Paul Gagro on the ball now. Lacalandra trying to find space to turn. It goes from distance. That's a simple one for Bazanis to collect, who also has the captain's armband today.
Yeah, these are two sides who aren't afraid to go direct to their plays. So.
Can expect some end-to-end actions tonight, of course. Speaking of which, long ball forward for Spartans in search of Bangura. Shielded off by Michael Neal. And Neal will run that out of play for a Spartans throw. Skimbin. Turned over as Spartans try to enter their attacking third. So poor clearance at the back there for Hurstville. Shouts for handball as well. Referee Logan Jones waves them away. And on that occasion, well, Hurstville thought they were shielding out for a goal kick, but another big call from the centre referee today. It'll be a corner.
The other point I would make about the lineups is I would expect rotation in the front four of the Spartans side.
Especially in the absence of Aiden Kara, it'll be, you can imagine, be much more fluid going forward. Delivery now for Spartans. Headed away initially. Picked up. Sent back in by Casella. It's a difficult bounce for Hurstville. Clearance only goes straight up. Heads back into the box. And that's almost looped its way into the back of the net there. Blake Illich. One trying to direct that towards goal.
Yeah, we've covered the big out in the Spartans lineup, but Hurstville are missing their goalkeeper, Nikolovsky.
Yeah, an interesting one. Nikolovsky named on the bench this evening. Jacob Botic, who, another stalwart of this club, of course, been at Hurstville for many years. Part of their side that won promotion to this league last season. And he'll get his chance in goals tonight. Another looping ball forward for Hurstville, runs out over the sideline. Spartans get the chance to get the ball in their attacking half. One quickly by Hurstville, not for long. Chance. Goes back to Illich. Skimmer with the ball forwards, cut out by Eustachio. The loose ball trickled back to Bazanis. Another long ball forward from Bazanis in search of Bangura. Headed away by Neil. It's picked up by Dion Carl. Chance for Casella to get himself into the box. He's brought down. Nothing untoward, says the referee. And nothing more than a goal kick. So as you said earlier, Justin, we were expecting both sides to be going very direct today, and if the first 5 minutes is anything to go by, that's exactly what we're going to get.
Yep.
Chances mainly falling for Blacktown Spartans so far. Nothing clear-cut as of yet, though. So Neil takes the ball out of the defensive third for his side. Poor touch there going forward for Hurstville. Spartans are able to pick it back up, and it's another long ball forward. Bangura. Excellent touch by Bangura. Goes for goal on the half volley. And the follow-up, saved by Botic. Vlastelica. To Eustachio. Gagro trying to get himself around Chance. Does win his side of throw. Long throw from Eustachio. Headed back the other way by Illich. Elam. Bangura. Skimben venturing forward. Goes to Carl. Carl couldn't do anything surrounded by white shirts. Tough situation to get himself out of, and going the other way, Lakalandra wasn't able to find a teammate with a layoff. Illich now with time and space on the ball. Salovic back to Illich. Salovic on the ball again. Out left to Chance. 1-2. Chance has an opportunity to go in behind. Cross comes in, but it's an awkward one, unfortunately. Couldn't quite get the angle on it. And Skimben there to try and collect it and make something of it. Goes down with a tussle, and referee judges him to have been the one to commit the foul there.
That's the Spartans who are doing really well to box Hurstville in now in half in these early stages.
Hurstville not doing too bad to get themselves forward, but once they get into that attacking half, they do struggle to be able to hold on to the ball and be able to create something of it. In saying that, though, it's only 7 minutes into the game so far, so plenty of time to really get a hold on things. Ball at the feet of the Spartans goalkeeper. Chance. Long ball forward in search of Elam. Headed back the other way by Vlastelica. And Ilic taking no chances as Hurstville will try to venture forward again. Akalandra, who looks like he'll be taking striker's position more often than not tonight. Trying to chest it back to his teammate. Runs out for a Hurstville throw, which is taken quickly. Lakalandra. Chance now for Hurstville on the edge of the box. Shot comes in, blocked well by Spartans. Skimban getting the ball forward quickly, cut out by Estafio. Gagro. Back to Marish. Adam. And Neil will be the one to send the long ball forward. Vakis can't quite get on the end of that. Positive signs coming through now for Hurstville.
Indeed, there's not been any panic in the Hurstville coaching staff in recent times. In their words, the performances are there, the results will come.
It's only natural for the first season in a league to be, I guess, untidy at best. The fact that they're in most games they play is probably a positive enough sign for the higher-ups at the club. Cross comes in from Chance, and Botic does well to claim that one.
Yeah, you've got to say their season will really be decided after this run of form, right? When they've got the other teams across the league.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they go in the second half of the competition when they start getting a second opportunity to play certain sides as well. If that becomes a blessing or a curse. Adam dropping in between his two centre-backs. To Vlastelica. Vlastelica will be the one to launch it forward, looking for Lakalandra. A last touch. Coming off Lakalandra. Chance to get himself a throw. Inside. And a heavy challenge there from Lakalandra. Helps win inside throw. From Marish, sorry. Neil. Adam dropping back as a supporting option once again. And Adam will be the one to launch the ball forward in search of Vakis. Vakis 1-on-1 with Casella. It's gone from distance. And it's an awkward one there for Bazanis. Does enough to tip it wide. But now Hurstville have a corner opportunity. Seeing Hurstville start to grow into this one, aren't we, Justin?
Indeed, yeah. I remember back a fortnight ago when I was here to see them play Bankstown. They did grow into it in this period from about quarter hour to half time was when they were their best.
We've just ticked over 11 minutes here at Penshurst Park. Nothing to report on the goal front just yet, but the way these two sides are looking to go forward, hopefully not far away. Short corner from Hurstville to Neil. Cross comes in, headed away by Ilic. Adam trying to get on the half volley. The cross comes up back in for Hurstville. Lakalandra trying to get on the end of it. Headed away only momentarily. Hurstville still in a dangerous position. Marish being pressured by Carl. Some excellent defensive work there by Dion Carl. Be a throw for Hurstville, but it's dangerous pause momentarily. Stuffield sends the ball into the box. Antonis trying to get the cross away. And it'll be a goal kick. Deflection off Bartolotto, who judged to have come off Antonis before going over the byline. Sokos heading the ball the other way for Hurstville. Hurstville doing well to hold the ball up. Ball in behind in search of Lakalandra, headed away by Ilic. Booth knocking it out for a throw-in for Hurstville. It's a fast start from Spartans. We're starting to see them rest on their laurels a little bit. Happy to soak up pressure as well from this Hurstville side. Weathered the storm so far, but not without their shaky moments. Long range effort from Vakis only moments earlier, catching Bazana slightly off guard. Have time on the ball now though. Booth to Casella. Booth will be the one to launch it forward. Finds Mangura. Mangura being held up by Neil. Gets around his marker. It's a chance now here from the edge of the box. A chance now on the ball. Cuts it back. Ball whipped in. Bangura shaping up for a bicycle there almost. Couldn't get the timing right for it. Starting to see Bartolotto at the centre of many good things for Spartans now. Skimben. Ball forward for Bangura. Spartans find themselves back in behind through Casella. Deflection comes off Neil. Deflects back off Casella before going over the byline. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, the inclusions of Bartolotto and Nisimban tonight just show the depth of this Spartan side.
Christian Skimben, a almost ever-present figure in Blacktown Spartans. Spent many years here besides a couple of seasons away at the youth setup of Marconi. Older brother Dominic, a former goalkeeper for the club too. A midfield three between him, Maxim Kasalovic and Josh Bartolotto. Expect them to dominate possession tonight. Gagro trying to send the ball forward. Booth wins that aerial duel with Lakalandra. Now Spartans have a chance to go forward through Carl. Ball slightly overhit, probably more than what he would have liked. Has a chance to cut it in his right. Goes for goal. He had the power on it, just couldn't quite get the direction, aiming for that far top right corner. Did well to shape himself up for the shot, just maybe got a little bit more under it than what he would have liked.
Yeah, like the intention, and he's found the net a couple of times this season, and you can see why.
Only 17 this year, Dion Carl, very early in his career. First for now the chance to go forward. Gagro. Another aerial ball to Lakalandra. And another aerial duel won by Ilic. Marash has the ball in the midfield third. Uses his body to hold on to it. Works his way out of trouble. And now Hurstville in there attacking third. Vakis goes from deep. Collected well by Bazanis.
Yeah, for those who are new to this league, Anthony Bazanis was probably the player to complete the puzzle for the Spartans in this slow build, I would call it, over quite a few windows.
Spartans, it's been just over 10 years now they've spent at the MPL2 or League 1 or second tier level through its varying names over the years. Relegated in 2016. Last season was the closest they've ever come to promotion, a third place finish. Their early years of this division weren't fruitful ones. It took them 8 years before they were able to finish in a place higher than 6th, in a year that at least wasn't affected by COVID, of course. But the last couple of years have been fruitful for the side in orange. They chase their way back to the heights of the MPL New South Wales.
Yeah, and it's no coincidence it's come on the back of stability. First through Ben Rawson, now one of his assistants, and James Demetrio stepped up into the head coach role.
No card brought out there for the foul on Dion Carl. Despite some protests from some of the Blacktown Spartans players. It was a heavy challenge on the youngster. And Angus Chance will have a chance to deliver this one in. The outswinger from Chance. Doesn't beat the first Hurstville marker. Bartolotto. Back to Chance. Chance does well to work his way out of trouble. To Niskimben. Pass a little bit further behind him than what he would have liked. Elam. Kasalovic. Trying to send a ball forward, but doesn't look like Elam was preparing for the run in behind. It was coming closer to receive it short.
Of course, Elam would be their top scorer on the pitch at the moment with 8 goals this season, from memory.
Yeah, 8 goals this season for Darcy Elam, only bested by Adon Kara, who of course is living it up wherever he is on his honeymoon right now. Hopefully watching with intent as well. Spartans trying to send the ball forward, but Bartolotto judged to have been a bit handsy in that aerial battle there. Skimben happy to waste a little bit of time. The Spartans players arguing the free kick should be from further back. Hurstville will take it quickly. Marish. Back to Boric. Vlasilica. Early long ball forward, trying to find Vakis. Vakis was offside. Spartans will go to 3-sided quickly. Elam dropping deep to receive that one. Another spell of possession from Spartans. Taking their opportunities a little bit more patiently now. Waiting for those long ball opportunities to come to fruition rather than trying to force them. As we saw in the first roughly 5 minutes of this one. Chance back on the ball. Finds Carl. Carl with plenty of space to work with. To Bangura. Bangura forced backwards. Casella. Back to Bangura. Bangura now has space to turn. Carl has taken up position on the right flank this time. Casella whips in a ball in search of Elam. And that one is going to loop wide again. A couple opportunities Elam's had like that today. Just can't quite find the back of the net. Potic hasn't exactly been tested yet, you could say. He's had to make a couple of key interventions, but nothing that's required a save of sorts.
Dutch is a good route to go there. Casella with his balls and all crosses there.
We're seeing those deep crosses come from the left-hand side as well through Angus Chance too. So plenty of pass to goal for the Spartan side. They have the ball again. Carl. Back to Chance. Looking at direct play down the right flank now. Casella pushing forward. Straight to the feet of Bangura. Back to Bartolotto. Spartans just forced backwards now. Hurstville doing well to block the space, entering their defensive third. Kasalovic can't break this Hurstville wall down. Bangura is able to pickpocket one though. Elam trying to lay off to Bangura. Marish doing well in midfield there to break up play. Bangura wins the ball back again though. Elam. Chance. Bartolotto back to Chance. Scoop, ball over the top, looking for Kasalovic. That's one well and sent back the other way. That's a lovely touch there from George Antonis. Hurstville now have the chance to break forward. Gagro losing the ball, entering their attacking half. Spartans now with the chance to be patient in possession. Long ball forward from Booth. Headed back the other way. Akalandra can't beat his marker to the ball. Bartolotto. Back to Chance. Chance shaping up for a ball to Bangura. It's read well. Chance is forced backwards. Chance can't get the best of Estathio. We're throwing for Spartans. Halfway through the first stanza of this one. Still 0-0. Best chances of the match arguably going to Blacktown Spartans, although Hurstville have had their moments.
I would say very much limited to half chances as well at this point.
For both sides as well. Can Bangura change that? Hurstville defending well once again. Struggling to play out on occasion though, Hurstville. Spartans doing well to press high and cover those angled balls, trying to get out of their defensive third.
It's the kind of game neither side really want to play. They prefer an open pitch with more space, and yeah, they're just not getting it yet.
It will be interesting to see if Spartans do get frustrated by this low block. For Hurstville, you can't even necessarily say it's a matter of survival, because when they do have the chance to go forward, they've done it well. They may have another one here. Lakalandra trying to win that tussle with Illich. They're both bundled over, and it'll be Spartans to get the throw. Hurstville win it high through Marash. Gagro trying to play 1-2 with Lakalandra. Gagro still on the ball. Spartans are able to clear. Sokos trying to bring that one down. Pickpocketed by Elam. Lovely use of the body there from Sokos. Sokos doing well to navigate pressure from Niskimben. And when he is eventually bundled over, he'll be pulled back for a free kick. Will be nothing more than a foul, says the referee. No one from either side in the book yet this evening. It looks like Hurstville will use this as an opportunity to send this one forward. Bangura trying to delay things a little bit. Bangura moves. Adam will deliver. Going to the back post in search of Lakalandra. Cleared away, only momentarily. Now the chance for Bartolotto. Trying to get himself on the ball. Only momentarily though. Santonis tries to get himself in behind and space in the box, but Spartans once again deal with the danger. Clear and sends up. Back in Hurstville's possession. Bangura bundling Vasilitsa over. That'll be another free kick for Hurstville. Both players involved to get the niceties out of the way. One ball again from Vasilitsa. Looking for Sokos. He's using his body again to try and hold the ball up. Gets himself in behind the Spartans back line. And it'll be a free kick in a dangerous spot. It was probably only centimetres away from being a penalty. We do have our first player in the book for the evening, which is Alex Casella. Probably ill-timed more than anything, that challenge. It's left Sokos worse for wear, though. Challenge, arguably, he had to make. Sokos did well to work his way into space, and there's a crossing opportunity there with George Antonis waiting in the wings.
Yeah, probably a good foul from a Spartans perspective, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
good timing at least.
I say dangerous before in terms of that challenge is done any later, and it is a point to the spot rather than a point in the direction of their goal. But if you're going to give away a penalty or a free kick in that spot, that's probably the one that you're going to give up. Momentary pause in play as Sokos receives treatment. Not far away from the 30-minute mark here, and if you want to say, in the last maybe 10 minutes or so, Hurstville have definitely worked their way to be the dominant side in this match so far. Another set-piece opportunity for them. Side angle, looked like it was a shot at goal. That was an easy one for Spartans to deal with, and Neil will shape up on the edge of the box. Chooses to go to Sokos, he's back on his feet. Sokos will deliver. Unfortunately, there won't be anyone there to get on the end of it, and it will trickle wide for a throw. Long throw from Chance. Finds Carl. Bangura sends the ball forward, but it's only white shirts waiting on the end of that. Botic. The switch of play. Headed forward by Sokos. Won by Spartans. Spartans trying to find their way out of trouble. Chance on the left-hand side now. Bangura able to turn on the ball to Niskimbin. Back to Bangura. Bangura, the space in behind. Is this the opener? And Carl can't quite direct that goalwards. Best chance of the evening so far for Blacktown Spartans. Couldn't quite get it on target on Botic's goal. But an extremely dangerous moment there.
Yeah, lovely passing into play, wasn't it, in the build-up. Very smart from Bangura to use his body to set that chance up.
He's done that well a few times today. Niskimbin involved in the play there, and started by his midfield partner Bartolotto. Doesn't come to fruition with the ending that Spartans would have liked, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Spartans, of course. That is. Hurstville trying to send the ball their own way. Picked up well by Spartans in midfield. They get a free kick in that tussle there. And Booth will be the one to launch it forward in the direction of Carl. It's overhit and well defended by Dean Eustathiou.
Yeah, perhaps a surprising to him tonight with Declan Sheldon usually occupying this right back position.
Yeah, Declan Sheldon's first run on the bench so far this season. Started every game so far for Hurstville this season. Eustathiou almost caught on the ball there. Works his way out of trouble. Ball forward from Gagro is picked up quickly though. And Niskimbin now with an opportunity to go forward to Elam. Scoop ball to Niskimbin in behind. Saved well by Botic, but the flag is up. Commentators curse there. I was saying Hurstville was starting to become the dominant side, and maybe you can't count that one as a clear-cut chance because the flag did go up, but if you do want to count it, that's two clear-cut chances in a matter of minutes from Spartans since.
Not the first commentator to fall victim to that.
That's why we do this, of course. It's part of the game. Gagro will have a chance to deliver from the right flank for Hurstville. Free kick opportunity. Be an in-swinger from his left boot. There is a short option with Adam nearby as well. Chooses to go long. So an awkward one there for Spartans. Marish may be able to get some space. Spartans do well to clear it eventually. Almost kept in by Hurstville there. Some half-hearted arguments from Marish. The decision, of course, will stand from the linesman on the near side. Our linesmen today, Alte Silvanli and Justin Pentich. Chance now with the throw. Bangura. Back to Chance. Chance trying to find Carl. Won by Hurstville. Adam with the ball forward. At the feet of Marish, only momentarily. Gagro sends it back in the direction of their attacking box. And it's cleared away. Bangura trying to gain control of it, but Hurstville are the ones who are able to be comfortable on the ball. Elam trying to provide pressure on Botic there. Botic does well to bypass it, and there's a late challenge there, and it looks like we'll have another Spartans player in the book this evening. Darcy Elam will join his teammate Alex Casella in the book. Logan Jones's time this evening trying to keep a lid on things, growing tougher with every challenge that passes. Doing well so far to keep things calm, but it only takes one moment for things to blow a little bit out of proportion for that to change. Deflection off Niskimba means Hurst will have a throw. And Tonus trying to get on the end of it. Sent back the other way. Spartans have a chance to go forward now. Referee Logan Jones making sure it's taken from the right spot. Bangura pickpocketed. And Hurstville now have a chance to go forward because of it. Adam trying to play Vacas in behind. It's cut out. Bangura dropping deep to receive that. Elam. Referee making it known that Hurstville won the ball there. Things are starting to get a little bit physical. Zanis will collect it at his feet. Gives it back to Ilic. Lakalandra providing pressure there on the Spartans' back line. Kasalovic able to weather it so far. And as expected, and we pull back up for a foul on Kasalovic from Jonathan Marish. Elam. Wayward pass goes out for a Hurstville throw.
Yeah,
maybe some frustrations building for Spartans as struggle to break down this Hurstville backline.
Yeah, I was going to say, last time where the goal could come in the second half with Hurstville just being a bit more adventurous there to win the ball high up the pitch.
I think both sides doing well to at least put on that high press. Hurstville on occasions have managed to beat it. Spartans, meanwhile, have been a little bit awkward in those positions. Chance for Hurstville to go forward now. Long ball over the top will find the feet of Bazanis. The press coming on again from Hurstville. Lakalandra leading it. And this time, they'll allow Bazanis to hold on to the ball. Not the centre back, so. Kasalovic. To Chance. Chance, nice little turn. Forced backwards, though, under pressure from Gagro. Bazanis. Looking for Casella. Finds Casella. Back to Ilic. Ilic finds Chance. It's a poor ball forward looking for Niskimban. And Hurstville now have a counter-attacking opportunity. Gagro. Head comes up, looking for options in the box. Cuts back. Ball comes in now. It's a headed opportunity. There's a hint of handball. And that one will be a frustrating call for Hurstville fans and players alike. The referee waves play on though. That's a big call there from Logan Jones. What's your view on that one, Justin?
It's a close call.
It's a close one, definitely.
I'd say I have the best angle here.
Definitely an awkward angle for us up in the commentary spot. I have to go with the referee's call, of course. He was in a much better position to see where that genuinely hit. A big call nonetheless. Frustrations have died down pretty quickly. Maybe not for long though. Hurstville now giving away a free kick opportunity for Spartans. It's definitely a crossing opportunity here for Niskimben.
We should say that passage of Hurstville play and the lead up to the handball shout was probably the most positive they've looked so far.
A nice bit of interplay from the side in white. Came from a poor pass from Angus Chance only moments earlier though. Deliveries in for Spartans. On top of Vodic, does well to claim that. Vodic is not the biggest presence in goals, but it's definitely been able to make the box his own tonight. Jacob Vodic has been able to venture in a number of different roles in his time at Hurstville as well. Spent time as a striker, was quite prolific as well when he was playing in that area. Was able to pull in the gloves as well though. Definition of an all-rounder, I guess.
Yeah, it's rare you see that combination, is it?
Goalkeeper and striker, about literally as far as you can get on a football pitch, of course. Bangura. Chance now for Spartans to enter the box. The skimmer's brought down. The referee will wave that one on too. Lakalandra using his body to hold up the ball. Can't beat two Spartans defenders though, and almost looked like a kick out there on Chance. Niskimben. Chip through ball looking for Bangura. And it's an awkward one there for Neil to deal with. And Niskimben now will try his luck from distance. Some jeers coming from sections of the Hurstville fan base as that one goes high and wide.
I believe that's the location of the bar here to our left of the camera.
A rowdy bunch over there, providing a little bit more to this match, of course. Who doesn't love a bit of noise on a Friday night, of course?
Yeah, and it is a community feel here, isn't it, at this club?
Nice facility here at FNSW Park. Over the top ball looking for Bangura. It's cut out by Neil. Sokos. Can't beat the pressure from Kasalovic, but his side does get a throw. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first half of our Football in New South Wales League One men's match of the round. Still 0-0 between Hurstville Zagreb and league leaders Blacktown Spartans. Skimben sees the ball back. Looking for Bangura. It's hit behind his striker. A chance for a Starfield to break forward. Starfield just holding up the ball, waiting for an option. Marash. Cut out momentarily. Antonis picking it back up for Hurstville. Nice turn there to find space, but the pass only finds Orange. Bangura trying to gain control of the ball. Loses sight of it. Hurstville able to pick that back up and work their way back into their attacking third. Fakis. Cross comes in for Hurstville. Lakalandra trying to get the end of it. He does. And we have our opener here at FNSW Park. And there's Alessandro Lakalandra, who strikes first for Hurstville. The hosts are in the lead, Justin.
Yeah, perfect cross from the left, wasn't it? To find him in great position.
I'm talking about those crossing opportunities working well for Blacktown Spartans this evening, but it's a chance creating itself for Hurstville. And Lakalandra from point blank range, who do well to miss from there. But he's done well so far tonight to be able to get himself in positions like that. And the one area battle he does win is the most important so far. He's got himself on the score sheet.
Yeah, and that will be his 6th goal of the season, I believe. He's a top scorer so far.
Goal number 6 indeed. for Alessandro Lacalandra, and now there is work to do for Blacktown Spartans if they don't want 2 losses from 2. Carl. Skimben. To Booth. Casella now. Cuts inside to Elam. Hurstville will be a tough side to break down now. They have something to defend. Bangura has his opportunity. Right power behind that shot, but Boyich will be happy to see that one sail over.
Just a warning if Hurstville want to sit back on this lead, what the Spartans can do.
You definitely don't want to try and soak up pressure and allow Bangura that kind of space in the box, because, especially with a right foot like that, there's only so many opportunities you can give him before he does eventually find the target.
Yeah, and he's been around, hasn't he? So he knows he's got the mind to match the skill.
One of many experienced players in this Blacktown Spartan side. Chances headed ball forward, finds Gagro for Hurstville. Gagro sees the ball back. Cut out well by Chance. And I think we've seen a little bit more of that from Hurstville so far. There's long balls forward from Vlastelica. Flag does go up. Some frustrations building in the stands for Hurstville, but don't think there could be too many arguments about that. Skimben double teamed by Hurstville, and there's an opportunity for Antonis. Vakis now on the ball. Curling effort. There's an awkward deflection. It's going to be a corner for Hurstville. Starting to see Hurstville really grow back into this one.
It was very noticeable that the amount of Hurstville players who were shutting the ball down as Spartans tried to play their way out. A cannon free around the one player.
Seeing a mix of defensive strategies from our host today. There's times where they're happy to sit back and have those 2 walls of 4 block any sort of space in behind for Spartans, but then when the opportunity presents itself, they do know how to press. Inswinger comes in for Hurstville. There is a foul there on the Spartans defender.
Yeah, Hurstville Zagreb coach Valerio Silvestre, he is adaptable. He likes to tinker with things and doesn't like to be, have that just that one system. He likes to have a few options to use.
He's doing his best to keep things varied in game 2, of course. Bizanis came out of his goal moments earlier to have a conversation with referee Logan Jones. A couple of conversations happening now across the pitch. Referee speaking with Captain Paul Gagro. And it's Luke Vlastelica who will go on the book for that. For Hurstville, so that'll be their first booking of the evening, to go alongside the 2 for Blacktown Spartans. Zanis coming well out of his goal. Ball over the top looking for Bangura. Hurstville able to defend that with ease. And maybe another opportunity for Logan Jones to go to his pocket. Looks like it will be just a foul call this time. Some frustrations building from Hurstville. They weren't happy with the yellow card given to Vlastelica earlier, and arguing that if that foul was worthy of a booking, then this one should be too. Logan Jones disagrees, and at the end of the day, it's his opinion that matters most in that situation, of course. Hurstville gets restarted. Adam with a long ball forward, looking for Vakis. Spartans trying to send the ball the other way. couple of awkward bounces for the away side, but they do get the long ball forward looking for Bangura, but it's cut out again, and Logan Jones calls time on the first half here at Penshurst Park, and quite a shock lead, I guess you could say, from Hurstville Zagreb, 1-0 up against league leaders Blacktown Spartans. Justin.
Yeah, it's been a good half from Zagreb in this first half. And they deserve the lead, you would have to say.
Definitely deserve the lead. Blacktown Spartans have had their moments, but overall, Hurstville have probably created the better chances of the evening so far. It is Hurstville 1, Blacktown Spartans 0. We'll go to a half-time break, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hello and welcome back to Penshurst Park, ladies and gentlemen, for our Football New South Wales League One men's match of the round between Hurstville Zagreb and Blacktown Spartans. Hurstville with quite a shock lead so far in this one, 1-0 up against the league leaders. My name's Cody Ojeda. We'll be taking you through the proceedings of the second half alongside Justin Smith. Justin, what do you want to see from Spartans coming into the second stanza?
Well, we were just talking off air, weren't we? But Spartans have scored 21 of their 30 goals this season in the second half. So they are a good second half team. And I think that comes on the back of what we've covered already, the strength of their squad, the strength of the 18 players involved, not just the 11 on the field. Yeah, of course. Won't be the first time this season that they do come from behind to get all 3 points. Should they do so, of course. Conversely, we're going to see how Hurstville Zagreb have reacted to last week's defeat, where they led at half-time 1-0 on that occasion. If there's any lessons to take out of that, of course, at home as well against Central Coast Mariners on that day. Lakalandra also getting a goal in the first half too on that occasion. We are waiting for the hosts to get themselves back out, and they do so now. Captain Paul Gagro leading his side out for the second half here. Just waiting to see if we will see any changes from Spartans. It looks like we may see one definitely in midfield. Milos Jankovic looks to have come on for Christian Eskimben. Eskimben, I didn't think was too bad in the first half. I'm a little bit surprised by that one, but maybe a tactical shift. Perhaps the lack of minutes as well. Of course, yes. It's been a while since he's played 90 minutes, of course, and also we will be seeing Abbas Raider. Just waiting for confirmation on who he will replace. We've got Jankovic and Kasalovic centre midfield. Dion Carl on the right, Salaman Bangura up top alongside Darcy Elam. And Abbas Raider on the right, sorry. Dion Carl is on the left. So it looks like Josh Bartolotto has made way. So definitely a tactical shift as Spartans try to throw everything at this one. And we are underway for the second half for our League One match of the round. Hurstville trying to get themselves forward early, sorry. They do have a chance to try and create something on the edge of their attacking third. Chip through ball in over the top from Paul Gagro. Only finds the hands of Anthony Bazanis. So it looks like it will be a 4-4-2 or maybe a 4-2-4 for Spartans in this half. Some work to do for the away side today. Hurstville with something to defend, of course. See if they can do it. See if they've learnt lessons from last week and can hold on for 3 points this week. Having a look around the Hurstville side as well. Looks like they are unchanged. So just a double substitution from the away side coming into this second half. Low cross in. Dealt with well by Vlastelica. Interestingly enough for Spartans, they've got 2 players on yellow cards. They've chosen not to withdraw either of them. Darcy Elam, maybe the one you could pick out, is looking to vary things going forward while also protecting him. Darcy Elam, when he's on his day though, is a player you definitely want on the pitch. A hat-trick in recent weeks against Prospect United. It's only 2 games ago. Yeah, that came very much from the combination of him and Karadas, missing his partner in crime so far tonight. There's a big hole to fill for Blacktown Spartans. Vakis trying to turn Casella. Can't break the Spartans right back down and be cleared by Booth. And headed backwards by Vlastelica and Botic. Looked like he was going to trust his footwork for a sec, but happy to collect it. As we were saying not too long ago, Botic has spent time as an outfield player, so I'm sure he'll be trusting his feet tonight. Booth keeps the clearance in. Casella trying to head that one down. It's one back again by Hurstville. Antonis with a
Strike from distance would have been fortunate to connect to that one well, but curves away from goal. It'll be a goal kick for Spartans.
Yeah, he's looked good tonight, Antonis.
Fantastic player, Antonis is. It wasn't too long ago. He was captaining the Western Sydney Wanderers NPL team, the youth team. Did enough to earn a scholarship for the A-League side, but couldn't quite break into that team before moving on to Sydney Olympic. Now finds himself at Hurstville Zagreb after a year away from football. Carl. Back to Kasalovic. Temperature's slowly dropping here as well in FNSW Park. See more players tonight out there with the long sleeves. Vasilitsa clears the long ball forward. Spartans pick it back up. Elam brings the ball down. Goes back to Jankovic. Karl to Kasalovic. Finds Casella. Back to Booth. Nice pass from Booth to Elam. Cross comes in for Spartans, but that's straight into the hands of Botic. He'll take all the seconds he can. Chooses to go short, and Jankovic will be providing pressure. Hurst will still get the clearance off, but Booth makes sure that danger's cut out, and Bangura clipped from behind. It'll be a free kick, and this may be a big call for Logan Jones to make, and it's a sending off for Michael Neal. Not many arguments you can make about that one. Last man, Dogs, though, just on the edge of the box, so the triple threat rule can't apply in that instance. A free kick now in a dangerous position for Blacktown Spartans, and Hurstville have a lot to do now to hold on to this lead with 10 men.
Yeah, we spoke about in the first half Bangura's ability to time his run perfectly, and he just caught the defense snapping for a second there.
Just confirming it is Michael Neal who'll have to make way now. It'll be interesting to see how Hurstville navigate this now. I'll have to get through the set piece opportunity first. You can imagine it'll be a reshuffle. I'm sure we'll be seeing either Moritz or Sheldon very soon. Or maybe if they want to mix things up, Nagib Kassir. But in the meantime, will be Dion Carl over the ball for Spartans. A massive opportunity for Spartans to get themselves back into this one. Off the crossbar, and the follow-up is in the back of the net. It was Milos Jankovic to get the last touch. He goes off and celebrates. Many of his teammates go back to reset. The Spartans are back in this immediately.
Yep. Good free kick firstly, which threw a great save, to be fair, onto the post, but
Botic did well to get a touch onto that one before the stun on the crossbar. And Jankovic, who's had some good minutes this season for Blacktown Spartans, had to bide his time today for an opportunity, but an immediate impact from the sub. And we're all square once again here at FNSW Park. Mohamed Adam taking space momentarily at centre back. A mix-up at the back. Botic does well to come out and claim that. Shaky moments for Hurstville. Blacktown Spartans trying to find their way back into the lead. They'll definitely want all 3 points tonight. And if things go the way they're trending so far, there's going to be more opportunities to come to do so. Foul for Hurstville there. Jankovic being a bit too handsy there on George Antonis. We definitely have a match on our hands now. An unfortunate situation for Hurstville, who were so good in the first half. Finding themselves level again and with a man down. They've only played 7 minutes of second stanza, and this is not the position the hosts thought they'd be finding themselves in at this stage. Vakis. Nice turn from Vakis. A well-timed tackle there. Spartans did well to avoid giving away a corner. It's a throw-in hype that filled for Hurstville nonetheless, but As much as that was a nice bit of play there from Vakis. Nice defending in equal measure from Spartans. Lovely turn again from Vakis. There's a chance on the edge of the box for Gagro. The edge of the 6-yard box I refer to. Maybe a bit of frustration creeping into Hurstville. And characteristically seeing that one over the bar. Hurstville, even with 10 men, doing well to show signs of creativity in this one. Hurstville sitting in a 4-4-1. Vakis and Gagro playing more as wide midfielders now than out-and-out wingers. Although I'm sure Vakis will be looking to push up high when his side does get the ball, as he's doing so now. Lakalandra chasing the loose ball. Spartans do well to deal with that. And the deflection coming off Lakalandra means Spartans get a goal kick too.
Of course, Vakis was probably the headline signing for Hurstville Zagreb in the pre-season, coming straight in off the Australian Championship campaign.
Casella. Kasalovic. Every outfield player bar Lakalandra behind the ball for Hurstville. Kasalovic trying to find a way to break these two banks of white down. Switch of play to Casella. Casella cutting in on his left foot. Elam trying to be a bit creative there. Does work his way out to Chance. Carl, now with an opportunity for a cutback. Some arguments from Hurstville players saying that ball did go over the line. It's cleared away. Hurstville do get themselves a throw. It's their ball nonetheless. Funnily enough, in the history of this fixture, it's never actually been a draw. In Hurstville's early days in the Football New South Wales system, this was actually a regular fixture in the third tier of New South Wales football. So we wait for Declan Sheldon to make his way onto the pitch. Hurstville have a chance to break through, but it will be pulled back for a handball.
When was the last meeting?
It'll be 2010. Where Spartans got a 4-2 win over Hurstville, away from home. Still waiting for Declan Sheldon to make his way onto the pitch. 9 meetings between the two sides, all ending with a result. Spartans with a better record of the two. Spartans looking to try and continue that record as well. Bangura trying to find his way in behind. We pulled up for offside. There's no flag from the referee, despite the call from... No flag from the linesman, sorry, despite the call from the referee. Well, there was a hint of a high foot there as well. So either way, I think Bangura would have been pulled up. Yeah, 9 times they met over 5 seasons in the old State League 1 competition. Hurstville only winning 2 of those. And both those wins coming at home. Long time between drinks, so we've seen these two sides play each other. And it looks like Sheldon's actually gone back to the rest of the subs to warm up. And Hurstville, at least momentarily, will trust Mohammed Ahmed at centre-back. I haven't given away too much since the red card. They've still done well to create opportunities, which you'd think they'd have to give up one or the other, but nothing of the like just yet.
Yeah, I was just about to say they've adjusted pretty well, considering.
Still been able to create opportunities for themselves, while also doing quite well to hold the Spartan side off once again. The only shaky moment really coming in the immediate aftermath of the goal they conceded. It looks like Mohammed Ahmed has adjusted well since. Booth to Illich. Chance finds Kasalovic in the centre of the park. Casella making a bursting run forward. He receives the ball for his efforts. Whipped in ball from Casella, headed away by Vlastelica. Antonis sends it forward in search of Gagro. Only finds Ilic. To Booth now. Jankovic. Out left a chance. Carl now. Square pass to Jankovic. Carl back on the ball. Shown signs so far today that he can be a creative outlet for this side. Difficult circumstances to do it now, though, as Hurstville really try to shut up shop. Hurstville almost forced a turnover. The advantage played for Spartans. The low cross comes in. And it looks like it is pulled up for offside for Spartans. Darcy Ellen just can't quite time his run there. It's probably the most dangerous moment we've had from Blacktown Spartans since their goal.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's worth keeping an eye on Darcy Ellen and his positioning on the field.
We do get confirmation. It looks like Mohammed Ahmed will make way for Declan Sheldon now.
Ellen is positioning himself to make the defenders make a decision, if that makes sense. Putting them in an awkward position.
Bit of communication around this Hurstville backline to see where the players will adjust themselves, and it looks like it will be DNF Starthiu who will take place at centre back, and Sheldon will go into his natural right back spot. Long ball forward from Bazanis. Vasilitsa wins the aerial duel, only momentarily. Spartans now with ball. Hurstville win it again. Lakalandra wanting the run on his right hand side. It comes to his left, and Spartans can regain possession. They're happy to be patient now. That left a chance. Back to chance. To Elam. Elam, lovely little touch to get in behind. Chip cross comes in, looking for Bangura. It's cleared well by Hurstville. And Starthiu, his first intervention as centre back. Clearance coming off the side of his foot, though. It'll be a Spartans throwing a lot further up the pitch than what Hurstville would like. A long throw in now for Spartans. Carl on the edge of the box. Vasilitsa will clear it. Lakalandra trying to provide pressure. And decent shot there. Coming in for Spartans. Alex Casella backing himself from distance. Hurstville outfield contingent know exactly where Botic is going to send this one. Spartans are unmoved. They're able to win the loose ball. Bazanis will keep things moving without having to collect it. Kasalovic. Space to take the ball forward. Casella making the run forward. Shouts from his teammates telling him to push up higher. Cutting inside onto his left now. Trying to find Bangura. Bangura gets himself in behind. There's a hint of a tug on the shirt. Bangura is seething. The referee waves it on. Spartans, for their efforts, do get a corner out of it. There'll be a chance to come to the opposite flank to whip this one in for his side. Make sure Spartans get the in-swinger. Jankovic free on the edge of the box too. Sends this one right over the top of Botic. Botic can't quite win it, but Hurstville are able to clear the danger. A hint of a deflection off a Spartans player, and Hurstville will get the throw. Spartans will get the throw, sorry.
There's a player who won't be too unfamiliar with the surroundings and chance. He did have a spell at St George FC from memory.
It's always nice to come back to the old stomping ground. At least he's doing so without having to face a former club, of course. Marish. Headed forward by Chance. Collected by Antonis. Antonis looking to play Vakis in behind. Lovely ball by Antonis. Vakis, what can he do here? Cuts onto his right. Trying to get the cross in behind, but it's defended well by Casella. And that was a clear-cut foul from Antonis. Question is whether that should be a foul. Not a foul, a yellow card for Antonis. Logan Jones happy to wave those protests on. Elam. Finds Raider. Cross ball from Raider. Comes off the hand of a Hurstville defender, and it will be a penalty now for Blacktown Spartans. Doesn't look like there'll be any arguments about that one. I'm not sure if they quite knew where their positioning was in that moment. Paul Gagro asking the question to the referee. It looks like it was Dino Stathiu that gave it away. Adam Cairo, usually the penalty taker for Blacktown Spartans. He's obviously unavailable today. Gagro venting his frustrations at referee Logan Jones. And it'll be Darcy Elam to step up for the away side. Big test for Botic in his first appearance of the season. Whistle goes. Elam steps up. Slots it away expertly. And Spartans do have the lead here in our match of the round. Darcy Elam, his 5th goal in as many games after his hat-trick against Prospect, which we'll talk about moments earlier. And he puts his side ahead.
Yeah, that'll be his 9th goal of the season as well.
Getting himself up the goal scoring ladder for his side.
Yeah.
Two big calls from Logan Jones has allowed Spartans to get back into this one. Don't think you can really argue with either of them.
Yeah, that penalty was pretty clear cut from our vantage point.
I mean, we made the call for the handball before the referee did as well, so I think that says enough about how, I guess, obvious it was. Vakis now, try and create something for Hurstville. Defended well by Casella. Back at the feet of Vakis. Crosses in, looking for Lakalandra. It probably says enough about Spartans' performance tonight, though, where both of their goals have come from set-piece opportunities in a way off disastrous fouls in the end for Hurstville. A red card and a penalty. As controversial as it may be, it's the position Hurstville now find themselves in. Can they work their way back into this one?
Unfortunately not an unfamiliar scenario either. These goals conceded look very similar to the ones at the Bankstown City game in particular.
Chance. To Yankovic. Spartans able to breathe a little bit easier, come forward with a bit more freedom and creativity. There'll definitely be a weight off the shoulders of the away side today. A mountain to climb for the hosts. Chance to Elam. Back to Booth. Booth trying to find Casella. It's cut out by Vakis. Spartans win it back quickly. Antonis trying to work his way out of trouble. It's forced backwards. And Spartans are able to force a clearance. And in the process, winning themselves a throw. Spartans now have a reason to be patient on the ball as well. Casella with Rado in front of him now. Maybe less inclined to go forward now they have the lead too. Starting to see Abbas Rado try and occupy wider positions on the pitch. Been a bit quiet since he's come into the game. Had one opportunity at goal, but other than that, we get to see the best of the youngster. Cross coming in from Kasalovic, collected well by Botic. If there's a person that's really unfortunate now for the night, it is Botic. Strong performance of him so far. Even the first goal did well to tip it onto the bar, as you said earlier, Justin. And unfortunately, penalty you always can't do much about either.
Yeah.
Glasgalitsa, long ball forward. Trying to find Gagro. Leans closer to Lakalandra. Marish picking up the loose ball. Sheldon ventured his way forward. Sheldon, shot from the outside of the boot. Only finds a wall of orange. And the ball forward's cut out quickly. Vakis now with a chance to go forward for Hurstville. This game has opened right up now, hasn't it? Vakis. Shot comes away from Vakis, and that is brilliant! Michael Vakis. That is a stunner. And we're all square once again.
Yeah, lovely finish. Used his marker perfectly to just bend it around the corner. Find the far side of the net.
That battle between Michael Vakis and Alex Casella has been a fantastic one to watch tonight. Vakis had moments of brilliance and we've seen signs of what he can do at his best. What we hadn't seen yet tonight was him hit the back of the net, and that has changed now. 2-2 between Hurstville Zagreb and Blacktown Spartans. And as I said earlier, this game really is starting to open up.
Yeah, well, I did say in the first half, didn't I, that there were signs that this could open up to be like this.
The Spartans thought they were comfortable. May have gotten a little bit lax as this game went on, as we have substitution for Hurstville Zagreb. And it looks like Captain Paul Gagro will make way. Just waiting for confirmation on who it'll be to replace him. I believe that is Matthew Morich. Spartans have us restarted. Raider. Back to Ellum. Kasalovic. Confirming it is Matthew Morich that has come on for Hurstville Zagreb. Another shot from distance. We've seen some fortuitous attempts so far tonight. Although I don't think you can call Vakis' one fortuitous. Just on the edge of the box, and we know he can finish from that area. Ilic. Kasalovic. Out right to Casella. So trying to find Raider in behind. Now that we are off square again, starting to see Casella really try and venture forward as well. Big Casella to take the throw for Spartans. Allen picks up the loose ball. Spartans able to hold possession despite the wayward pass. Raider trying to find pockets of space on the opposite side of the pitch for Spartans. Trying to get away from his marker. Bangura will hold up the ball on the opposite flank. Goes backwards to Chance. And Carl now to Kasalovic. Booth. Hurstville will do well to shut the danger down. Spartans in more of a rush to make sure this one gets restarted. Hurstville, I can't imagine they'll be happy to settle on a draw, considering the circumstances. 1 point is definitely better than 0. I'm sure we'll be seeing them pounce on those counter-attacking opportunities as they come up. Raider. Can't beat the first wall of white. Lakalandra. Sorry, Marash looking for Lakalandra. Defended well by Ilic. We're thrown for Hurstville. Spartans arguing the last touch did come off Lakalandra, but the linesman on the near side disagrees. Hurstville happy to take their time, actually. Tokos. Take the throw. Lakalandra will try from distance in a similar position to where Vakas is able to get his scoring opportunity from. It's a player down for Blacktown Spartans. The referee will pause play for them to get treatment. We just ticked over the 70-minute mark here at Penshurst Park. Hurstville so far holding the league leaders to a 2-2 draw. The league leaders will get us restarted. If you're just joining us, it is a 2-2 draw so far between Hurstville Zagreb and Blacktown Spartans. Alessandro Lacalandra opening the scoring in the first half before Michael Neal's red card allowed Spartans to get themselves back into this one. It's Casella and co try and create something on the edge of the box. Chance to Kasalovic. Casella cutting inside a little bit. Finds Bangura on the right flank. Casella. To Elam. Able to slot Bangura in behind. Bangura with a cutback. Cut out well by Hurstville. It'll be a corner. Yes, Michael Neal's red card allowed Spartans to get back into this one. Yankovic and Elam with the goal. See then go 2-1 up before a lovely finish from Michael Vakas. Brought things all square again. Corner comes in for Spartans. Over the top of the 6-yard box again. There's a loose ball inside the 6-yard box. Hurstville clear. First clearance is poor. Second one much better. Spartans get a throw. Yankovic. To Ilic.
Just going to add, Cody, that Hurstville do look a bit susceptible at the set piece, don't they?
Yeah, some of those ones coming across the top of the 6-yard box. Making life difficult for Jacob Botic in goals. Just a surprise considering some of the height they have at the back. Another crossing opportunity for Spartans. Casella couldn't quite direct his shot goalwards. And even the second attempt from Dion Carl is sent wide. For a goal kick for Hurstville.
To use a cliche, I think he was caught on 2 minds whether
to cut back or to go for goal. The opportunity was there.
Yeah.
Unmarked. Only had Botic between him and the goal. Would have been a good test for Botic. Brother, of course, of Noah Botic. One time called up Socceroos striker playing his trade in Austria. Be a free kick for Hurstville. Some jeers coming from sections of the crowd who believe they've been aggrieved tonight. So far, only the 2 substitutions for either side. Hurstville have one more window they can make subs in. Spartans, if they wish, can make their last 3 subs all separately. Nice turn in midfield there from Yankovic. Plays Bangura in behind. Can't quite get control of it, but finds himself one-on-one with Sheldon. Plays Elam. Back to Bangura. Caught in 2 minds there between Bangura and Carl. Both players wanting the ball. Booth venturing forward once again to Casella. He's onside. Cross comes in. The header goes towards goal. That's a brilliant save by Botic, and the follow-up is deflected wide as well. Jacob Botic, as I said earlier, what a performance he's having tonight.
Yeah, probably summed up perfectly by the audience behind us, shall we say.
Jacob Botic in the house. As one of the crowd members has said, the cross comes in for Spartans. Loose ball, no one from Spartans trying to get on the end of it. Hurstville happy to clear. Jacob Botic, first appearance of the season, a stalwart of this club. What a performance he's having tonight. May have conceded 2, but I think full props need to go to him for what he's been able to produce. Chance for Spartans again. I'll go from distance. Leon Carl trying his luck. It's another save on the record for Bodic.
I was going to say, to take a tangent here, I've seen, in a game I've commentated this season, I've seen a keeper concede 4 and be one of the best on the field. So, yeah, it happens.
Hurstville able to turn the ball over, just entering their attacking third. And the pullback from Kasalovic means Hurstville get a free kick. Well, you'd imagine would be a crossing opportunity. Akalandra doing well to continue the high press that Hurstville were doing so well earlier in the match. Rewarded for his efforts in a way, as much as he's fouled. Gets aside a free kick. And Toner standing over this one, has Sheldon making the overlapping run. Chooses to cross the ball in. Akalandra running across the face of goal. Couldn't quite reach where the ball was directed though. And will be another substitution for Blacktown Spartans. Be down Carl to make way this time, and he'll still fade in to take his place. I think Carl's another one that can be pleased with the performance that he's produced tonight. A creative force for Spartans. Fortunately for him, nothing was really able to come from it. Spartans' 2 goals, of course, coming more from set-piece opportunities, one of those being a penalty.
I was going to say, before the Hurstville Zagreb equalizer, the movement in that front 4 was really causing Hurstville worries, wasn't it? From a Spartans perspective.
Leon Carl was definitely at the centre of some of those movements, of course. We're a corner now for Spartans. The in-swinger coming in from Spartans' right-hand side. Another one over the top of Bodic. Chooses to stay on his line. His back line doing well to deal with that. And Declan Sheldon now has an opportunity to burst forward. He's lost in the foot race to Darcy Ellum. That took a mammoth effort for Darcy Ellum to get back and rescue that one. It was a poor touch in midfield. Declan Sheldon almost creating opportunity from fullback. Spartans now with possession. Kasalovic.
That is the kind of play a coach would love, seeing Ellum sprint back to retrieve that.
Doing his chances very well to work his way back into the starting lineup. Casella. Back to Booth. Square pass to Illich. Illich shaping up for a long ball. Chooses the short option instead. Kasalovic. To Casella on the right hand side. Casella. Can't get behind Vacas. We see that one-on-one battle again, but this time the Spartans attacking half, which, considering Vacas is a winger, is a little bit interesting. Vacas doing well to get himself back and help out in defence as well. He's walking a little bit gingerly, actually, Michael Vacas. Might be one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, priority for the Hurstville Zagreb out of possession shape is just cutting down that space. So perhaps not that surprising.
Lovely touch from Raider to get himself in behind. Can't beat Sokos though. Sokos' ball forward is cut out by chance. Back to Kasalovic. Casella. Casella with the long ball forward. Picked back up by Spartans. Jankovic. Defended well by Vlastelica. Vlastelica seeing Bazanis off his line, trying an attempt from distance. Maybe taking inspiration from Wanderers NPL captain Oscar Morrison last week. Bazanis well equipped to deal with that one though. Cross comes in now for Spartans. Bangura brings it down in the box. Antonis doing well to win that one back. Vacas now with a chance to run forward. Pass 1, pass 2 to Antonis. Ball forward for Sheldon. The referee sees no advantage. It will be brought back for the foul on Vakis. Less than 10 minutes of normal time to go here at Penshurst Park. Plenty of time to find a winner. Despite one of these sides being on 10 men, it's hard to pick who the more likely is it, Justin?
Yeah, Hurstville Zagreb definitely looked threatening on that break forward in transition.
Can't count out Blacktown Spartans with the extra man though. Sokos with the delivery. It's an awkward bounce. Morich able to cut it back to Sheldon. Sheldon doing well under pressure from two Spartans players, and that is a late challenge there. Referee correctly calls a foul. Morris is cheekily nodding the ball away. And Hurstville will go to their bench again. And it looks like Vakis, goal scorer, will be the one to take his leave. It's just under 85 minutes for former Sydney Olympic forward. Just waiting for confirmation on who's come on in his place. In the meantime, Blacktown Spartans get us restarted. Poor pass forwards, cut out by Sheldon. By Morich, sorry. He's ventured over to the left flank now. Looks like it's Nagib Kassir that's come on for Hurstville. Bangura trying to bring the long ball down. Unable to do so. Sokos has a chance to burst forward. Beats Bangura. And Lakalandra couldn't quite read the pass in behind. Spartans making sure their attack is restarted quickly. Booth waiting for options. Lakalandra making sure he can't go square. Can't block off two passing lanes though. Kasalovic, lovely switch of play and chance. Now has a chance to go forward. Cross comes in. And Bangura will attempt the scissor kick. Not the first time he's done that today. Hurstville able to deal with that danger though. Antonis. Switch of play to Kassir. Kassir able to bring the ball down. Chance to run at the Spartans back line. The pass is just behind Lakalandra. A bit of frustrations from the Hurstville forward. Hurstville do get themselves a throw though. Nagib Kassir, a regular on the bench this season for Hurstville. He's only been called up off it once previously this season. Started each of their Australia Cup fixtures though, so still plenty of minutes with the first team. Will now be entrusted in trying to help find a winner for Hurstville tonight. Morich. Across to Eustachio. Eustachio is going to go from distance. It's just over the bar, but one worrisome a little bit for Pizanis for a second. Goal kick's taken quickly for Spartans. Sheldon's able to win it quickly. Sends the ball back the other way. Pizanis doesn't want to wait for the goal kick. He's making sure his side has possession immediately. Now Booth with another chance to burst forward. Happy to venture out of his back line so far tonight, Booth. The pass forward isn't read by either Aiden or Raider. And Botic will wait for the oncoming striker. And now he'll urge his side forward. Hurstville, they don't seem like they're playing for the draw, especially when they're in possession, but out of possession, they're definitely happy to soak up pressure. Dangerous game to play with the likes of Bangura on the other end. Aiden. Can't direct the pass in the direction that he'd like. Elam to Aiden. Jankovic back to Elam. Aiden does well to manoeuvre the ball away from five white shirts. Now Elam finds himself in the box. Defended well initially by Spartans, but the deflection comes in. Waiting for confirmation from the referee. Spartans are off to celebrate. Logan Jones is making sure he speaks to his linesman first. Protests from either side arguing in their own favour. Spartans believe they should have a winner. They're going to have to wait. The referee will pull it up for offsides. No winner just yet for Blacktown Spartans as we have less than 2 minutes here at Penshurst Park. The referee won't be restarting just yet. Looks like he's going to go to the Hurstville bench. It's going to be a yellow card, I believe, for Paul Gagro, who of course isn't on the pitch anymore. Still vented his frustrations at that call. Did go in Hurstville's favour in the end though, of course, and they'll get a free kick for it.
Let's just say that's not an unfamiliar sight, that one.
Passionate man. Paul Gagro isn't a proud member of this club, of course. His entire senior career spent at Hurstville Zagreb. His family, of course, involved in the early days of the club.
Yeah, he started hold a coaching role for years.
And of course, his brother waiting in the wings tonight. Spartans with possession. 45 seconds left of regular time. Spartans thought they had a winner only moments ago. Casella waiting too long to bring that one down a touch. First, we get the throw. Spartans, as I said, thought they had the winner moments ago, but now chasing exactly that. Sokos with the throw. It's a long throw. Trying to find Moric. Headed away for another Hurstville throw. And Zagreb now happy to run the clock down. Regular time is up. How much longer we have now will be at the opinion of the referee. Booth settles on the ball for Spartans. Casella does well to get around Moric. Kasalovic to Ilic. Kasalovic able to burst himself forward. Doesn't have the space to shoot though. The run by Casella's tracked. Kasalovic has to go inside. Sees the ball back. And now he'll have the crossing opportunity. Deflection off Jankovic makes it awkward for Botic. And under pressure from Bangura, is able to collect it. Another moment in a standout performance from the Hurstville shot stopper. Can Hurstville go up the other end and create something of their own? No, Spartans clear the other way. Raider trying to chase a loose ball. Raider thought he might have a winner as well, but it's pulled up for a foul. Hurstville now with another opportunity to run the clock down slightly. Referee Logan Jones signalling that time will be stopped.
Spartans have struggled to create the opportunities they want in their second half. It's a testament to the Hurstville Zagreb defence and midfield.
Strong performance from the Hurstville backline tonight. As I said earlier, telling that Spartans' 2 goals have come from set-piece opportunities. Hurstville, meanwhile, have done well to create their own opportunities. They're not done yet. Will be Spartans with a free kick this time. Referee making sure it's taken from the correct spot. And Bazanis will urge his side forward. The ball's tipped away by Lakalandra. Lakalandra argues he's just trying to make sure it's taken from the correct position. And Bazanis is sending the ball back up where it started anyway. The entire Hurstville bench on their feet for these dying moments. Bizanis to send this one the length of the pitch. No, he won't. It'll go short. Now Chance will send the ball forward. Bojic punches. Booth happy to see this one run out for a throw. Ellen will take it. Spartans want 3 points. It's going to have to come here. A long throw from Elam. So a ping pong in the box. No one able to get control of it, including Booth, and Morich will be able to run it away from danger. He's trying to send it forward. And this is another chance for Hurstville to run the clock down, and Dusty Elam knows it. Head in hands. And that may be it for Spartans tonight.
They did a good job to charge that down there. Those 4 attackers getting forward in a rush.
I don't know if it'll be the performance Hurstville were hoping for from tonight, but to be able to fight their way back with 10 men and hold the Spartan side out, at least in open play, should be proud of their efforts. Still have work to do though. Hurstville clear the danger once again. It's going out for a throw. Spartans trying to make sure it's done quickly. A little bit of afters there between Antonis and Raider. And Spartans, meanwhile, make sure the game gets underway. They won't stop for a bit of push and shove. Long ball forward from Spartans, cleared away by Morich. Bizanis venturing right out of his box to collect it. Sends the ball forward to the opposite side of the field. And it's a mix-up at the back, and it's maybe trickled in. It's gone just wide. So Spartans fans are celebrating, thinking that it found the back of the net. Spartans do have the corner. They're going to make sure it's taken quickly. Bizanis, the only member of Blacktown Spartans not in or around the Hurstville box. Cross comes in. Hurstville able to clear initially. Spartans send it back in. No one able to gain any sort of control in or outside the box. Antonis is the one to send the ball up. And referee calls full time on this one. And after a slow start to the first half, Justin, we were treated to an end-to-end classic, weren't we?
Yeah, it definitely opened up in the second half. And you've got to credit the hosts for fighting back to get that point one down to 10.
It did turn out to be a bit of a feisty and physical affair. Obviously the one red card as well, due to a Dogzo foul. But all credit to Hurstville for being able to work their way back into this one, considering the circumstances as well. And that is it for our Football New South Wales League One Men's Match of the Round. It is Hurstville Zagreb 2, Blacktown Spartans 2. 2 games without a win now for Blacktown Spartans as their lead on the league grows ever so slim. In the meantime, plenty of action across the NPL men's and women's New South Wales competitions to tune into right here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel over the weekend. Hopefully this won't be the last of the local football that you watch for the week. But in the meantime, my name's Cody Ojeda. I've been joined by Justin Smith. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and hope you have a lovely Friday evening and an enjoyable weekend. And for all those our mothers listening, a happy Mother's Day for Sunday.